Deborah Nelson from SavvyGirlMoney.com. I want to walk you through the creation of my October budget. I always get the question of how do I start or how do I get started with budgeting? When you are trying to build a financial foundation, budgeting is one of the key factors. So I love teaching while doing. That's the best form, like that on-the-job training. So I'm going to take you with me as I create my October budget. So come on, budget. So like I have said before, you can get this sheet at SavvyGirlMoney.com. At the top of the screen, you can hit resources and you can download the monthly budgeting sheet. And you can also, which I will hopefully be starting at the beginning of January, my money saving challenge to help save $1,000 into your emergency fund. So if you want to start that now or just get an idea of what that money challenge is about, you can also download that there. So those are two free resources on my website. So like I said, this is my sheet. Super simple. It starts with all the money coming in and then work through all the money coming out. I want to actually let you guys know my mental process with doing this. So you guys are going to be with me from the beginning to the end of creating my budget for October. So I start with my paycheck. I'm not really going to focus on my expenses. As I become more wealthier, I might get to a point where I'm comfortable with that. But I will say this month I am going to try to increase my side hustle money, meaning things that I can sell online or just anything to get some extra cash. Because as you're going to see in my expenses, I am going to cut it super close this month and I might have to swipe a credit card or two, which I don't want to. And if I can avoid it, I am. But you'll see. You'll see. So how I start my budget is I like to start with my mortgage, because no matter what, my family and I, we have to have somewhere to stay. So my mortgage amount, my half of it, does not change per month. So I go ahead and write that in. And how I get my numbers so easy is because I pair my Savvy Girl Money sheet with my Mint app. That way, you can look at your budget overview or your summary of your numbers. You can easily get how much you have spent during a week just by looking at the app, or you can get your beginning numbers for the following month. So I'm looking at my September budget as we're going through this on my Mint app. So it tells me that my mortgage, and I pay $546 every month. That's my half. So I go ahead and write that in. Then I have my auto, how much I pay on my auto expense, which is $349. Things like that never changes. My insurance is $70. Gas, I am really strict on myself with gas because if you don't know, gas can get kind of out of hand. So I try to only fill up throughout the month 3 times. That's my max. And I spend about $50 every fill up. I normally could go 2 times a month or like 2.5. So just to be safe, I just give myself $150 for gas. Then restaurants. Honestly, I'm just not about to be eating out that much because I'm trying to close on this house and things are going to get tight for me. In September, I budgeted $200. I have to bring that down. So I'm thinking restaurants, $100 max. So I reduced that budget by $100. Up next is groceries. Let's see. Last month I said $250, but that was in order to give me a cushion to try out these new dairy-free items and kind of do trial and error type of things. So I am going to bring that back down to my normal $200 because I'm not going to be trying anything this month because I just don't have enough cash. Plain and simple. No trial and error. You got to do it last month. I hope I enjoyed it, which I really did. Go check out my Instagram TV video if you have not seen that. I do a review of how I like the dairy-free items. You can find out what I hated, what I loved. It's kind of interesting and funny. But for groceries, we're going to definitely keep it at 200. Entertainment. Let's see. Entertainment was $100 last month. I have to bring that down. So I'm thinking about $75 for entertainment because I know that I want to take Skylar to the pumpkin patch this month and just do some fall things. So I got to give myself a little wiggle room with that. Some fall activities. Home improvements for my personal home. I don't think I'm going to be making any improvements this month. I normally give myself about $50. And honestly, in September, I didn't even use the $50. But that's just for anything that comes up in the home. Um, and it can range. Like, oh my God, one of the handrails broke in my house and I had to replace it, one of the screws. I don't know. And it was $30. Voila, I have this $50 available for that. So, but next month, October, I'm just not going to take care of anything and I'm just going to pray for the best with that. So, daycare for Skylar. Um, I'm going to do $100. She's back in school, so we don't have to pay that much for daycare right now. Me and my husband pay every other week. We got about 4 weeks in a month. So my cost will be 100. His cost will be 100. Um, let's see. Other expenses for Skylar. Okay, so this month, like I said, we'll have fall things. I know we need to get a costume and maybe some other things. So I'm thinking about, let's see, how much did I give Skylar in September? I gave her $50 in September and we only used about 20 of those dollars. So I'm thinking with costume and maybe some other activities, even though I have my expense too. I'm thinking for Skylar, we're going to keep it at $50. So a total with daycare and just Skylar expenses, $150 max. Personal care. So this category is for me to get my nails done, get my hair done, get, let's see, my eyebrows waxed. This month, definitely not get my hair done, but I will be getting my nails and my eyebrows done because that is just my monthly maintenance that I have to have for myself. So I'm going to give myself $50 for this and try to come under budget. Shopping. Nope, no shopping. We're definitely keeping this at 0. And utilities. Let's see. Looking at my app, kind of flipping through. I always budget $250. Utilities are those permanent expenses. You can't really do anything to change those. They are what they are, plain and simple. And if you see on my money coming in category, I have income for utilities because we pay it out on my account, but my husband gives me money for it every 2 weeks. So he just transferred that into my accounts to cover his expenses when it comes to utilities. So let's see what else. So utilities, we're definitely gonna. I put 250 under shopping. No. 250 is for utilities. Student loans. I have to be honest with you guys. Okay, this month, Devin and I are closing on a home. We have so many expenses in order to close. We are practically using majority, and when I say majority, I'm talking like 90% in order to close on this home of our savings. So we're cutting it close. But hey, you have to take risks when it comes to investing, building wealth. You can't always play it safe. I'm a very safe person, and like in the past, I always just dumped everything into savings. You can't really do that. You want to put your savings somewhere where it's going to appreciate, increase in value. Like you want to get a return on actually saving this money or be generating some type of income. So dividends or interest, something you want to be generating off this money. So I'm not sure if I can do the full $1,000 this month towards my student loans, which I hate, but it'll be for the greater good because we're buying a rental property, and I'm gonna tell you guys the plan with that, which is so bomb of what we're doing. I'm going to talk more about that later. But student loans, my goal is honestly just going to be maybe $400 this month. That's going to be a goal. I am going to try my hardest with that. Then Savvy Girl money expenses. Um, Normally I allocate like $100 a month just in case I just need anything. I like to have someone edit over different things or just any expenses, office expenses that come up. I normally give myself $100, but for October I have to cut all of that ish short. So no expenses for Savvy Girl money for October, just because the whole closing with the house it's honestly it's just not going to allow it, to be honest. So I also need to add a category. So let me go ahead and do that. I am going to be adding in, hold on, let me see. I'm going to put that down here. Let's delete this stuff out. Okay, so I'm adding in a category for the rental property. Honestly, the rental property is probably going to be getting its own expense category really soon, because especially as we're preparing to get the property ready for a tenant to move in, we are just going to have expenses. So we're going to put that as the rental. And add this category. Most of these expenses are not automatic. So, and they will occur various. I'm sorry, as I was going through this, I didn't really talk about this topic. So let me back that up. So the first column is all of my expense categories. Then I like to tell myself if this is automated, because I try to automate all of my expenses. I try to automate my savings, things like that. So I need to know, is it doing it itself? Is it paying these bills itself? Or am I physically going on and doing this? I like to know that. And then I also like to tell myself if these expenses are going to occur throughout the month, or can I get this expense covered in one day? But I just like to know that. So my rental property. I am, from what I got to cover, Devin, he has his expenses. We kind of divvied up our expenses for the rental property. So for the month of October, I have my calculator out right now, and I'm just doing it on my phone as I'm speaking to you guys and taking a little sip of my smoothie, my morning smoothie. So I have $450 for an inspection, $500 for earnest money. We got to do the appraisal. No. So you know what? For the rental, I'm gonna say this month probably about 1,500. I'm gonna budget for that, and it still don't feel right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay there. And throughout the month, if I need to make adjustments, I make adjustments. I look at my total income. I would normally have like my total here for income. And I look at my total for my expenses, the $3,294. And I say to myself, do I need to take from one category in order to not go over from another budget? I mean, another category. So let's just say I have more rental expenses. I might need to take from my restaurant category or my entertainment category, because those are like less priority items. I just have to chill at the house this month a little more. Or I don't know, student loans. I might honestly be only able to pay $200 as opposed to $400, because I have to furnish or pay for so much other expenses. But just know it's okay to take from another category or kind of reconfigure things. That's okay with the budget. But the goal is to not go over budget overall. So if you're taking from others, so I'm sitting my behind at home as opposed to going to the movies in order to put a appliance in my rental property, that's okay. You can take from other categories. So I'll be doing a lot this month. So I'm looking about 3,200 or really about $3,300 in expenses this month. And I will say I have enough income to cover that. But I'm going to be playing it safe this month just because this new rental category is scary. It's something new for me, but I am so ready and I'm so excited to do this. Um, let's see. So I think I'm good here. I think so. This is how I set up my budget. I put all my money coming in at the top here, and then I put all my expenses. Just as simple as that. And I have my Mint app to show exactly what I have here. So when we get off, when I'm done recording, I'm going to set up my Mint app to show exactly that. And I'm going to show you guys a screenshot at the end of this video. My Mint app of my expenses, my budget will total about $3,300 too. And that's around, honestly, what I budgeted for last year. I mean, last month in September, I budgeted for $3,265. That is basically only $30 more this month. And everything that I didn't spend last month, I put that into savings. So my difference, because I like to do zero-based budgeting kind of, everything, any difference from income minus expenses goes into my savings category. So here you have it. And then at the end of the month, I will look at my Mint app, and my Mint app will tell me exactly what I spent, and I will get the difference. And I make notes. So why did this happen? Why did I go over this budget? Which honestly, Shira, you better not go over. But I'm going to make notes for myself and things that I need to make sure I do for the next month. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoy my monthly budgeting sheet. If you have any recommendations, I know some of you guys would love this in Excel, but I don't do this in Excel. I'm sorry. I do this in Apple Pages. If I did it in Excel, I would definitely upload it in Excel. But just know, you can get your calculator out and add it up. It's not that difficult. You can do the difference between what you budgeted and what you actually have to get your difference, and just write it all in. Any feedback, please give me feedback on this video below, and make sure you guys, if you have not done so, subscribe to my channel. The whole goal with Savvy Girl Money is to give individuals the resources and the tool to build a healthy financial foundation. And so budgeting is a part of that process. You have to budget in order to establish that healthy financial foundation, guys. So make sure you implement a budget for the month of October. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.